Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Sambed Gaur Bhatmanda Ki Nitai Gaur Pramanande all Gaur Tasma devotees, all Gaur Tasma devotees, all Gaur Tasma Narayani Namaskritya Narayani Chaiva Narotam Deving Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhiret Vede Vede Ramayani Saiva Purani Bharati Tatha Aduchanti Cha Madhye Chari Sarvatra Giyate Mukhaṁ Karoti Vacharam Pangum Langhayate Giring Yatkrupā Samang Bande Sri Guru Dhantarani Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto Chapter 85 Text 56 Te namaskritya govindam Te namaskritya govindam Devaking Devaking Pitaram Balam Devaking Pitaram Balam Nisatam Sarvabhutanam Nisatam Sarvabhutanam Jajo Dharma Divokasam Jajo Dhamma Divokasam Jajo Dhamma Divokasam Te namaskritya govindam Devaking Pitaram Balam Nisatam Sarvabhutanam Jajo Dhamma Divokasam Te namaskritya govindam Devaking Pitaram Balam Nisadam Sarvabhutanam Divokasam Te namaskritya govindam Devaking Pitaram Balam Sadang Sarvabhutanam Dhama Divokasam Word meaning They they Namaskritya going down Govindam to Lord Krishna Devakim to Devaki Pitaram to their father Balam and to Lord Balarama Misatam as they looked on Sarva all Bhutanam the people Jaju they went Dhama to the abode Divokasam of the demigods. Actually, two verses are quoted here. So we will give the translation of both the verses, 55 and 56. By drinking her nectarian milk, the remnants of what Krishna himself had previously drunk, the six sons touched the transcendental body of the Lord Narayana, and this contact awakened them to their original identities. They bowed down to Govinda, Devaki, their father, and Balaram, and then as everyone looked down, they left for the abode of the demigods. So in the purport, they appeared before them in his four-armed Vishnu form, and after hearing their prayers, he changed himself into an apparently ordinary infant for their pleasure. But to save Krishna from suffering his brother's fate, Vasudeva at once removed him from conscious prison. Just before Vasudeva took him away, Mother Devaki shackled Krishna once so that he would not feel thirsty during the long trip to Nandabraja. And this we learn from the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So actually, I am to give class from 52 up to 56. So I will read the translation of 52. Sukadeva Goswami continued, after saying this, Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, having been duly worshipped by Bali Maharaj, took the 6 sons and returned to Dwaraka, where they presented them to their mother. In text 53, it is said that when she saw her lost children, Goddess Devaki felt such affection for them that milk flowed from her breast. She embraced them and took them onto her lap, smelling their heads again and again. In 54, it is said that lovingly she let her sons drink from her breast, which became wet with milk just by their touch. She was entranced. She was entranced by the same illusory energy of Lord Vishnu that initiates the creation of the universe. So, first of all, I pay my. Okay.
Hare Krishna. So today we are very fortunate to have association of His Grace Padaseva Prabhu. Hare Bol. So I will give a small introduction of Prabhuji. So Prabhuji has done his MA in economics from Utkal University, and he has done his Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav also from Mayapur Institute. He took voluntary retirement from AG office Bhubaneswar as senior audit officer on 2017. He took to Krishna consciousness in 1993 and took initiation from His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj in 1996. He got second initiation in 1997. Prabhuji took Vanprastha on October 2019 from the Samadhi of His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj at Radhakund. He is a president and manager of ISKCON Burla. He is teacher of Bhakti Shastri and IDC courses. Prabhuji is preaching Krishna consciousness in different centers of the world, in many countries in Canada, Zurich, Bonn, Switzerland, Copenhagen, Oslo, Radhakund, Vrindavan, Mayapur, Jagannath Puri, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Trivandrum, Rameshwaram, Jhansi, Bhubaneswar, and other different centers of ISKCON all over. Prabhuji's lectures are available in ISKCON Desire Tree in Odia, English, Hindi, Telugu, Malayalam, Bengali, Russian, other languages. And video lectures are also available. And Prabhuji is taking care of ISKCON Burla. He gives morning lectures and taking care of so many devotees. So we are very fortunate to have association of Prabhuji. So we would like to welcome Prabhu 3 times by chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. His Grace Padaseva Prabhu ki. Thank you, Prabhu.
So first of all, I pay my humble obeisances and to all of you, and particularly to the management for giving me a chance to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. So I am very fortunate to be here among all of you. So thank you very much. And this you have been listening from Srimad Bhagavatam every day, Nityang Bhagavata Sevaya. And there are different process of hearing. In the beginning, when listener hears Srimad Bhagavatam. But when he proceeds further and further and further, he doesn't hear anymore. He drinks the nectarian pastimes of the Lord, the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatamrita. You have all very elevated devotees. This is my feeling. So, you know so many things. Just I will give whatever I know, little. That you know, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sri Rupa Goswami says, there are different stages of bhakti. First is Adu Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha, then Bhajan Kriya, then Anartha Nivritti Syat, Nishtha, Nishtha. Then comes Ruchi, then comes Asakti, then comes Bhava. So, this is the previous stage of Prema, love of Godhead, Prema. Previous stage of Prema is Bhava. So, there are 9 symptoms of Bhava Bhakti. It is described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. But I will say that those who have not come to that stage of Bhava, they hear or listen attentively, hear Srimad Bhagavatam or any Vedic literatures also. But when they come to that stage of Bhava, they no more hear or listen, they start drinking. And Vyasadeva intends us to drink Srimad Bhagavatam. Pivatam Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muro Rasika Bhivavata. You all drink. It doesn't say you all hear or should hear or listen. It doesn't say. So those who are very fortunate soul, and they start drinking this Srimad Bhagavatam, this nectar. Now, one thing is, am I understood? Or I am Odisha, I am from Odisha, I am Jagannath. That accent is there. So anyway, you are also Bengali. So Odisha and Bengal, both Mahaprabhu stayed here, perhaps, and went there to our Odisha, perhaps, 24 years. So my point is that, as you know, Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikit Maharaj, when being cursed and to die within 7 days, or on the 7th day, so he left his on the kingdom and came back to that Amartya Nadi. It is said Amartya Nadi, that is Ganga, that is near Haridwar. That place is there, Sukartal. He sat there with a decision not to take any food or any drink or even take any rest. So I won't go details because very short time is there. So Sukadeva Goswami arrives there. So he asks several questions to Sukadeva Goswami, which is described in first canto, 19th chapter. Atha pruchami sansiddhim yoginam param gurum purusasya jat karya mriyamanasa sarvatha. I want to know what is my duty, particularly those who are going to die, mriyamanasa sarvatha. So, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, first chapter onward, Sukadeva Goswami answers the question. So, he says that people do not do what they are required to do. Satavyadini Rajendra Nunang Santi Sahasrasa Apasat Atma Tattvam Gruhesu Gruhamedina. You see here, New Town, Calcutta. So many buildings are there. So many people are staying, residing. This is for the first time I am coming here. So you see how many people are there. Acharya Prabhu kindly gave me an accommodation there in your that yeah. You see, so many flats, so many people, and here also so many. But what they do? It is stated by Sukadeva Goswami in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. They are doing what they are not required to do because they have got a rare human life. So Sukadeva Goswami starts Srimad Bhagavatam from this verse. Shatavyadini Rajendra Nunang Santi Sasasa Apasat Atma Tattvam Gruhesu Grumedina. They are hearing, they are doing so many things, speaking, they are hearing so many things, but they don't know, inquire about Atma Tattvam, Apasat Atma Tattvam, Gruhesu Grumedina. They don't require, they don't think of that. eh? So, actually, what they should do, all persons who are subject to death, their prime duty is that Tasmat Bharat Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwara Hari Srotabhya Kirtitabhyasya Smartavyasya Chatabhayam. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, first chapter. Tasmat, this is the required, this is our duty. Bharat Sar, I want to describe in detail because my point is here, so I will cut short all these things. So, our duty is to Srotabhya, we should hear, Kirtitabhyasya, those who hear in the next stage, they are able to speak, Kirtitabhyasya, and Smartabhyasya Chadahabhayam. And they should remember Smartabhya. There are 64 parts of devotional service described in Bhakti Samrata Sindhu. Out of them, these three are most important: Sravana, Kirtana, Smarana. So, in this way, Sukadeva Goswami answers Parikshit Maharaj's questions. So, in the second chapter, again Sukadeva Goswami repeats this verse in a little different way. So, those their prime duty is to hear Srutabhya. But those who have come to the stage of Bhava, they don't simply hear or listen. They start drinking Srimad Bhagavatam. This is nectar. That's why in Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, second chapter, text 37, Sukadeva Goswami speaks. There are 60,000 sages assembled there. Sukadeva Goswami replies or speaks Srimad Bhagavatam. His father Vyasadeva is there. Vyasadev's spiritual master Narad Muni is there, and other 60,000 rishis are there. So Sukadeva Goswami says that Pibanti je Bhagavata Atmana Satam Shravan Putesu Kathamrutam Samrutam Punanti te Vishaya Vidusita Sam Brajanti Tat Charana Sarvahantikam. This is 237. Pibanti. I said in his purport, I think Srimad Vishwanath Chakravarti says like this, that those who have not come to this stage of Bhava, they listen or they hear. But those who have come to the stage of Bhava, they don't simply hear, they start drinking. Pibanti, they start drinking. This is Bhagavatam. Pibanti je Bhagavata Atmana Sadam, Sravan Putesu Kathamrita Samrutam. They drink how? From in the ear hole. And Punantite Vishay Vidusita Sam. And they become free or they become pure from all the contaminations, Vishaya of all the material contaminations. And Brajanti Tat Charana Sararuhantikam. They start going to the spiritual world. Brajanti Tat Charana Sararuhantikam. And our Pondaracharya of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj intends us to go back to Godhead in this very life. In fact, Sukadeva Goswami, while speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj was very much worried. What we will do within 7 days? What is to be done? Like that, he was wondering. But Sukadeva Goswami assures him that you see, Parikshit, there was a king named Khatwanga Maharaj. Khatwanga Nama Rajarse Gyanta Yatam Ayusa Murta Sarvamutsurja Gatavan Abhayang Harim. Within one Muhurta, that is 48 seconds. Muhurta, 48 seconds. Within 48 seconds, this Khatwanga Maharaj, who is the ancestor of Lord Ramchandra, comes in solar dynasty, Surya Vansha, He was so mightier, he was so powerful that he was going to help the demigods. We'll see here these persons, these six children, they have come from this heaven. This Dibukosam, Dibukosam is there, no? Yes, Dibukosam. This heavenly planet, Dibukosam. So Khatranga Maharaj went to that Devaloka and assisted the demigods. It is stated that there are 33 crores of demigods. So he helped them to fight against the demons. And when these demigods got victory, the demigods asked Khatranga Maharaj to take some boon. So Khatranga Maharaj wanted to know how much life he is having. What is the lifespan? We don't know. Anybody? We don't know. What is our lifespan? So demigod, they have deciding. Ayu, Sriya, Jaso, Dharma, all these things are decided by our previous activities, our age, our lifespan, our opulences, our victory, our fame, and our religious activities described. Ayu, Sriya, Jaso, Dharma, and so much things are there. But it was the demigod said that you are only having one muhurta, 48 minutes. So Parikshit Maharaj asked for a very quick aeroplane. So he came in that aeroplane from the heaven planet to this Ardil planet, this is Ajodhya Dham, near Sarju river, and he meditated there and went back to the spiritual world. So Sukadeva Goswami assures Parikshit Maharaj, Muhurta Sarvamutsurja Gatavan Abhayam Harim. In one moment, he left this material world and went back to the spiritual world. So I say, this is our spiritual Guinness Book of Record. You are all very learned persons, learned students. Learned students. I am very little, I am having little knowledge. So you may correct me. I will complete within 8:45 so that we will have some question and answer session. So in this way, Sukadeva Goswami started narrating Srimad Bhagavatam. How listening from second canto to 10th canto. Now we are at 10th canto. There are 10 subject matters in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is why Srimad Bhagavatam is called Mahapurana. What are those 10 subjects? Stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 10th chapter, text 1. Atra sarga visargasya sthanam posanamutaya manvantar isano katha nirodha muktirasraya. These are the 10 subjects of Srimad Bhagavatam. Every knowledge is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So this 10th canto is Asraya Tattva. All Navanam Yalakyanam. All the 9 tattvas have taken shelter of this 10th canto, that is Govinda. What is used here? Govinda. Govinda. It is stated also, Srimad Bhagavatam is stated to be in Padma Purana, it is stated that is like the spiritual body of the Lord. First canto and second canto are his two lotus feet. Third canto and fourth canto are his two lotus thighs. Fifth canto is lotus navel. Sixth canto is the divine chest. Seventh and eighth canto are his lotus hands. Ninth canto is his divine neck, griva. And 10th canto is his lotus face. 11th canto is his head. And 12th canto is the helmet on the head. So this 10th canto, 90 chapters are there. 3 pastimes of the Lord are described. Vrindavan pastimes, Mathura pastimes, and Dwaraka pastimes. Vrindavan pastimes near about 40 chapters, and the Lord spent there almost 11 years. Then he came to Mathura for 18 years. You have all heard all these things. Now you are in Dwaraka Lila. Dwaraka Lila. So Dwaraka Lila for the Lord performed for nearly 100 years. 129 years the Lord has his pastimes here. So fortunate we are. It is stated that Kalo Janisya Mananam Dukha Sukha Tamanudam. For us, those who are taking bath in this age of Kali, for them the Lord performed these activities. Jasuta Tatpara Bhavet. By hearing that, they become the devotees of the Lord. So, the Sukadeva Goswami describes different pastimes of the Lord, beginning from marriage of the Lord. 16,108 wives. And for each of the wife, there is one mahal, one palace in Dwaraka. Dwaraka is stated to be, actually I forget, almost I think 12 jojan like that. And there are, Sanatana Goswami says there is 18 jojans outside that Dwaraka, that is in Arabian Sea. It is stated that there was a storm there in Arabian Sea. Whether it's there or not, I don't know. Recent news is there. So, anyway, my point is that starting from marriage till disappearance, it is described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. So, previous these two 85th chapter, there are three chapters, 80 to 84. These three chapters describes how the Lord acted in that Kurukshetra solar eclipse. That is Kurukshetra. Stayed there. And all the kings and other devotees and demons also came. Almost the kings are demons. Kings are demons. Almost. That's why the Lord descended. It was described in 10th canto, 1st chapter. Bhumi drupta nrupabhyaja daityanika satayudhi akranda bhuri bharana brahmanang saranang jaju. The goddess Earth couldn't bear the burden of those persons, demons. Nrupabhyaja, they were kings, but they are bhyaja. They are only imitation kings. They are all demons. That's why Mother Earth went to Brahma, that is Sumeru. And Brahma, along with other demigods, went to Swetadipa, where the Lord resides, Swetadipa. This Dipa is in this material world, above this Brahmaloka. And they prayed to the Lord in Purusha Sukta mantra. That's why the Lord came. So he had several pastimes in Dwaraka. Dwaraka Lila. It is stated the Lord is Dwaraka, he is Purna. In Mathura, he is Purnatara. And Vrindavan, he is Purnatama. Purna means full. Purna. And when we associate with the Lord, we become Purna. That's why so much bliss is there. This is nectar. Bhagavatam. My point is that 82, 84, these three chapters, the Lord performed, the Lord came, visited this Kurukshetra, where in future the Lord will speak Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The Lord will speak Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is song of the Lord. Song of the Lord. How fortunate we are. We get these literatures. And this is why our Vedic civilization is the topmost civilization. No civilization can compare with our Vedic civilization. You see, so much Vedic literature, vast literatures, Vedanta. Veda means knowledge. Anta means end of knowledge. Who can say end of knowledge? In Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, the Lord says about Jnana, knowledge, from 8 to 12, I think, 5 verses. And after describing his Jnana, the Lord says, Etas Jnanam iti praktam ajnanam jadato nitha. This is all Jnana, this is all knowledge. Amanitva, madambitva, etc. Starting from amanitva. Don't claim mana, respect, giving respect to others. Amanina Manadena, Kirtanya Sadahari. So, in 5 verses, the Lord says about Jnana, knowledge. Every knowledge is there in Bhagavad Gita also. And Bhagavatam is, Prabhupada Maharaj says, Bhagavad Gita is high school study, and Bhagavatam is graduation study, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, your mother tongue, so to say, Bengali, and Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is post-graduation study. So anyway, this my point is that the Lord and enacted 7 pastimes in this Kurukshetra. In future, there will be a Mahabharata. What? Where the Lord will say this Srimad Bhagavad Gita. eh? So, in this way, these 3 chapters were described, and a very famous verse of Lord to the sages. This you may be remembering or may know this. That very famous verse. Jasyatma buddhi kunape tridhatuke swadhi karatradi subham yadhi jatirtha buddhi sharile na karichit janeshu abhigneshu swayava gokhara. Almost all the people are gokhara, like cows and asses. Almost. They don't know themselves. They think this body consists of 3 dhatus, kapha, vata, pitta, as the self. Jasyatma buddhi kunape tridhatuke swadhi. Their intelligence is like that. I won't describe it in detail. So my point is, after this 85th chapter comes, and Devaki Ma and Vasudev, and they were all there. They saw the Lord's opulence. From the beginning, here also, in purport it is said that when the Lord took bath in the prison house of Kansa, the Lord came as 400 Lord. Tam adbhutam balakam ambuje kyanam, like that, described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 3rd chapter. Adbhutam balakam ambuje kyanam. But on the prayer of Vasudeva and Devaki, what was described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 3rd chapter, the Lord became small child. Small child. Avajanati mang buddha manasing tanuvasritam. They don't understand the Lord. They think just like ourselves. Is the Lord just like child? Very people understand the Lord. It's stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, text 3. Manushyanang sarasyesu kaschid jatati siddhaye jatadam visiddhanam kaschin mang bati tattvatah. Very people. And among those very people, you are there. You know the Lord in tattva. I don't know. By your mercy, I ask for your mercy, for the mercy of Prabhupada Maharaj, to speak something in Srimad Bhagavatam. You know all the tattvas. How fortunate you are. You are associated with this construction of this temple. This is Divya, this is transcendental. This is transcendental. This is not material. All the persons are living material life. You are living transcendental life. Because you are associated with Prabhupada's mission. How fortunate you are. And I feel very fortunate being associated with you, having association with you. It might get great fortune. I was not thinking that I will get so much benefit here, coming here. I wanted to have, my purpose is to meet His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. As it was introduced to me, about me, that I am from ISKCON Burla. I have come to get our account signed by His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj. He is coming from Mumbai, and he will be scheduled to come here up to here by 1 to 1:30, 12:30 to reach, and that flight. I will wait there for getting signed. But this is all transcendental, Divya. This is all Divya. So I didn't know so much things. For the first time I am coming, I am very fortunate that I have come here associated with you. And also I didn't think that I will be able to speak Srimad Bhagavatam also. I have very interest for speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, though I don't have any qualification, eligibility. But by the mercy of the devotees, Vaishnavas, Gurus, and Prabhupada Maharaj, I am giving lecture there in ISKCON Burla. In different places, as Prabhu showed, I have the opportunity to visit different centers in the world and give the classes also there. and I feel very fortunate being given permission to give Bhagavad class. The devotee who has brought me from that heights. I asked him if I can speak Srimad Bhagavatam. He said, no, it is already decided. Then I met Subhanga Mahaprabhu. Acharya Prabhu introduced me to him. So he said, I'm very glad. Yes, yes, you can do. So I didn't expect that I will be able to speak. They already decided. Anyway, I'm again and again giving my thanks to you and feeling my gratefulness to you. So this here, Devik Mata and Vasudeva, they know from the beginning. And now in the meanwhile, sometimes they forget that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They think him as their son, children. Krishna and Balaram, their children. There is the difference of English or any other language other than Sanskrit. You see, in Sanskrit, one ekavachana, dvivachana, bahuvachana. Nara, naro, nara, like that. But in English, there is no such thing. Or in any other language also, I think. No language. Only singular and plural. There is no dual. Yeah, that is dvivachana. Krishna Balaramu. But there is no such word in English. So we have to speak in plural. As if so many persons are there, children, only two children. But there is no word corresponding to Sanskrit word, to dvivachana. We have to speak in plural language like that. Sanskrit language. It is our great fortune that we are releasing this Sanskrit language. This is called mother of all languages, Sanskrit. So this Vasudeva and Devaki sometimes forget that Krishna and Balaram, they are sons. Sometimes no, they are supreme personality of Godheads, as described. It is almost time. So anyway, so they requested, particularly Devak Mataji, Devak Maha, that he's because he has in the 10th canto, 46th chapter, it has described how Krishna and Balaram, they restored the dead son of their spiritual master, Sandipani Muni. So Devaki knew this. So she requested, please bring my 6 sons. They are the sons of Marichi. Marichi is the son of Brahma. They did committed a grave mistake. Mat aparadha. That's why they suffered this way. They were killed by Kansa. And now, on request of Devik Mata, Krishna and Balaram went to Sutala Loka. In Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto, 15 to 23, these 9 chapters, this Vamana Deva's pastimes were described. Vamana Dev came, I think, in the 7th Satya Yuga of 7th Manu. In the 28th Manu, 28th Dwapara, the Lord came on the same 7th Manu, that is Vaivasvat Manu. The Lord came. Previously, he came as a Vamana Dev. Vamana Dev pastimes you have heard. How Sutala Loka is there. Sutala, this body, is the son of Virochana and grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. And you will be the future Indra, Purandara, of in the 8th Manvantara, you will be the Indra of these demigods. So the Lord went to there, Sutala Loka. That is more than this heaven by the arrangement of the Lord. Within one moment, this Sutala Loka, this capital of Badi Maharaj was constructed within one moment. Similarly, also within one moment, this Dwaraka was created. Dwaraka within one moment. There is a famous saying that Rome was not built in a day. That is material. But spiritually, everything is possible. There is nothing impossible for the Lord. Kartum makartum sarvatha kartum samartha. The Lord, like that. So the Lord went there And Bali Maharaj prayed to the Lord. Just when all the prayers are there, so he gave those 6 sons, and they came here. The Lord brought them back. This may their childhood age. So they drank the breast milk of Devaki Mataji, and they got back their demigod's body. We have got 84 and 84 lakhs bodies are there. 84 lakhs bodies are there. Eh? The demigods' bodies are very fine bodies. Eh? I won't talk because time is there. So I will. So after taking breast milk from their mother, and they went back to that heaven. And after that, I have a doubt also how they got the remnants of the Lord. How they are still remaining in this material world. They will go back to the spiritual world after this term is over. After this term is over, they will go back to the spiritual world. Similarly, also you will also all go back to the spiritual world because you are associated with Prabhupada Maharaj. And Prabhupada Maharaj intends us to go back to the spiritual world in this very world. So thank you very much for giving me a chance to speak Srimad Bhagavatam. I may be corrected. I may some if any queries are there because there is some time is there. So I cut short my lecture.
Hare Krishna. Question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Prabhuji, like you have been practicing for many years, you can share how to attain mercy of spiritual master.
Yeah, very nice question because I intended to share something and I forgot it because of time paucity. Just this fourth and fifth, these 2 days, we celebrated the 95th Vyasa Puja of His Holiness Gaura Govinda Sai Maharaj. I want to share one divine pastimes of this Gaura Govinda Sai Maharaj. I intended to speak, but I forgot it. But by your question, I remember this point that once in Odisha, this Gaura Govinda Sai Maharaj, he was having a center in district of Dhenkanal, Kamakhya Nagar, that is called that place. I visited recently that place. So the Gaura Govinda Sai Maharaj, along with some of his disciples, went there. So there are two routes to that place. Now, so His Grace Gunanapu told that we will take the shortest route so that we will reach earlier. So, but there is a river, Brahmani or something like that, and there is a boat to cross over. So Maharaj asked whether because it will be late in the night, is it possible that we will get boat? He said yes, we will get boat. He said, but when Maharaj reached there, uh, there was no boat. Uh, so Maharaj asked, where is boat? The Gunana Prabhu was, what would you say? Uh, so it is almost 11 night. So by the arrangement of the Lord, the local MLA came at that time by his car and he saw Maharaj is there, devotees are there. He prayed, he gave obeisances to him, and I came to know. So he said, yes, I have arranged a boat. He is waiting for me. So he asked him. He was on the other side of the river. He asked that boatman. He came, and with that boat, the Maharaj and his disciples they crossed over. So I remember this point because similarly also I didn't know what to do, what not to do, like that. So by the arrangement of the Prabhupada Maharaj and you all devotees, I was able to reach here. So I have no experience, so to say, but little experience I may say. I have given my biography to his Prabhu. So I I will say how I came to Krishna consciousness. I'll say like that. Oh, you want to know what is my experience, no? I want to know my. So starting from the beginning, I will tell. There is some time. So in the beginning, I didn't know what to do, who I am. I was just like an animal. Yeah. Of course, there is a place in Odisha. This is Jagannath Dham. Jagannath Dham. This place, Chaitanya Bhagavatam stated, this is 10 jojan, 80 miles. So I belong to that Jagannath Dham, just near Gadaigiri. That is our center there. I was born in that place, Gadaigiri. I am a worshipper of Lord Jagannath. And I was worshipping on the in the Karmakanda Dhara of Lord Jagannath. But once I got the chance of reading Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, my experiment with truth, after hearing that, after reading that Bhagavatam book, then I was attracted to this name of the Lord. So I searched in Bhubaneswar where his name of the Lord is going on. I came to ISKCON almost in 93, like that. So in that His Holiness Gaurav Sai Maharaj there, I attended his lecture. When I was attending the lecture, I was listening to lecture, I was thinking, why Maharaj was quoting from Vedic literatures? There are so many books. Why this Vedic literature? I didn't know the difference between Vedic literature and other literatures. I didn't know. So by the grace of His Holiness Gaurav Sai Maharaj, I developed faith, Adu Shraddha. This is the beginning. I developed faith in Vedic. Shraddha, Shraddha, Vishwas kai Sudhrudha Nishcha. Krishna Bhakti kaile Sarva Karma Kruta hai. This faith, how it develops. Prabhupada Maharaj, one of his purports say that when we hear this Lord's pastimes from the lotus mouth of a saintly person, devotee, then only we develop faith. Otherwise, by simply reading, we may not be able to develop faith. And that is also my case. I developed faith. And thereafter, my progress is going on. I wanted to take initiation from His Holiness Gaurav Sai Maharaj, but he left this world here in Navadip, Mayapur, 96, in February 9th, I think, February 9th, that GBC was going on. He was describing about the Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Puri to some foreign devotees. While describing these things, he left this material world. You must be knowing all these things. So, and he left this material world in 96. So thereafter, His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj came. I took initiation from him, and the next year I took Brahman initiation, as Prabhu showed. I took Brahman Prastha in 2019, and I have little experience, so to say. So I may, if I want to speak it frankly, without without any hiding, I will say this. And I am so much interested in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is by the mercy of devotees, Vaishnava Acharyas, Prabhupada Maharaj, like that. Uh, I have so much interest in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why I couldn't control my feeling. So I asked, I expressed that I want to speak something, and you also allowed me. So I have little experience.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Ji. So I have one question. Like we all know that our body is a construction of five materials, like Jal, Vayu, Agni, Tattva, five, and three more, like you told, Kaf, like Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So all the living entities, whoever is there in this world, not only in the earth, they all having the same form of uh, like this kind of tattva in their bodies, or
Okay.
this is one question.
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. Yes, this is not only this world, this universe, this is consisting of, this is called 14 worlds. And our Brahma is very little, four-headed Brahma. There are so many universes are there. And not only this universe, all the material world, everything is consisting of these material elements. Eh? This mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. This material Mahatattva. These are so many. This is beginning. It's stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto and third canto. Creation. This is the beginning of knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam. Atra sarga visargasya. Sarga, how this material was created and how it is expanded. That is two subjects there. 10 subjects. Out of 10 subjects, the 2 subjects are there. All these material worlds are created in these 3 modes of nature. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. This is described in the process of creation, how it is created, Mahatattva. And every, starting from Brahma to the hand, small hand, every body is consisting of these material elements, 5 elements. Bhumi, Rapo, Nadavayu, Khang, Mana, Buddhirevacha, Ahankar, Ityang, Me, Bhinna, Prakriti, Rashtrada. Stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 4th chapter, I think. This bhumi, apa, anala, this earth, water, etc. These 5 material elements, mahatattva, and more subtler mana, buddhi, and ahankar. This is our subtle body. Everyone, starting from Brahma up to the smallest, lowest form of an living entity. 84 lakhs of entities are there, and all consist of these things. But we are different from this body. When we have got this human form of life, we have a very improved consciousness that is called Mukurja consciousness, budding consciousness. And with this, just like you inquiring, by this way we will develop our consciousness to the stage of fully blossomed consciousness, that is called Krishna consciousness. When we attain this Krishna consciousness, we won't remain in this material world. We will go back to the spiritual world. That is not of this material, these 3 elements, that is mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. That is also 3 elements are there. That is Satchidananda. Sat means eternity, Chit means knowledge, and Ananda means bliss. So, when the Lord's body is like Satchidananda Vigraha, similarly we will get that body, provided you attend that qualification or that stage.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So almost 9. Yes. This is last question because already 9.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is that can you share like your last around whatever 25-30 years of experience, how you, despite uh, you have been in Grihastha ashram, and how you maintained your spiritual life very nicely during Grihastha ashram, and what inspired you to join Vanprastha ashram, and how you maintained your Krishna consciousness very nicely. Although there are so many duties in Grihastha ashram and so many things, but hearing you, we are feeling that you are so nicely Krishna conscious. Can you tell how?
Actually, I am a foreign devotee. So anyway, I will share one point that we face so many difficulties, not only in Grihastha life, in Brahmachari life. Every material world is full of dangers always. But one particular point we should remember always, that is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 14th chapter by Lord Brahma in his prayer to Lord Govinda. That verse is there, that is discussed in Puri also, Jagannath Puri Dham also, with Sarvam Bhattacharya by Mahaprabhu. Tatyanukampam susamikhyamano bhunjana evatma krutang vipakam Rudbhagava purvir vidadan namaste Jivet jo mukti pade sadai bhag. This is our test, and death is our final test. So how can we expect success in our final test? If we get a pass mark in the previous tests, then we can be sure that we will get pass mark in our final test. What is that? What are those tests? Whenever we find some difficult situation like that, we should remember the Lord. This difficulty is given by the Lord by His grace, the anukampa. This is grace. Eh? If we samikhyamana, if we very minutely think about that, we will find that this is the grace of the Lord. Tatya anukampa susamikhyamana. Bhunjana evatma krutang vipakam. Whatever difficulty we get, whatever problems we get, that is our past misdeeds. Vipakam. And this way we live. Hrudbhaga Vapurvi Vidan Namaste. In this way, in mind, in body, in our word, if we live in this way, Jivita Jo Mukti Pada Sadayavak. If one lives, he is eligible to get liberation. So this is also the way of I am living. Thank you very much. It's time almost. जय श्रीमद् भागवतम की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद महाराज की, जय श्री गुरुदेव की, संवेद गौर भक्त की, दाई गौर प्रमानंदे।
His Grace Padaseva Prabhu ki.
जय श्री